Hello, welcome to Wardrobe School. I'm Vanya, and in this video I'm gonna test this iron-on transfer pen for embroidery. So if you do embroidery either by hand or by machine, you're gonna love this video because this saves you a lot of time. So I do a lot of embroidery. I do mostly machine embroidery. I have done hand embroidery, but it takes too long and I get bored. So I like to do fast on a sewing machine, and I do on a regular sewing machine. People always ask me, what sewing machine you have? I have one industrial machine that's for Irish embroidery, but then I do on other home machines as well. So most domestic machines can be used for free motion embroidery, okay? And if you want to learn more about it, I have a course. I have a full course that's very fun. A lot of designs, you learn how to set up the machine, troubleshoot the machine, and just make amazing embroidery on your regular sewing machine. Especially the old machines are better, you know, from the 90s and stuff like that. But the new ones do as well, simple machines, anything. If you're interested in taking the course, I'm leaving the link below here, and you can sign up and start embroidering, all right? So now what I'm gonna do, I usually, I use all different types of ways to transfer images to the fabric, so to embroider. Sometimes I draw straight to the fabric, sometimes I do freehand with the machine itself. But then I also buy, iron-on transfers, those vintage ones, and I use them like Aunt Martha's, And then I was thinking one day, I wish there was something that you could draw and transfer my own design. And then I researched and I found a few different options, right? In my course, I show all the options I have. But today I was at a shop and I found this other one, and I thought I would try it on and see how it goes, how it works. And that's what I want to do, a review of this product, and also share with you if you want to do transfer your own drawings or copy drawings and transfer to fabric, okay? And what it is an iron-on transfer. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. And it's this thing, it's from the brand Sublime Stitching, right? So we're going to review and see how this works. And look, it's brand new. I think I paid like $4, something like that. I forgot how much I paid because I packed a bunch of stuff, and it was 13 for everything. I don't know, I got needles, Anyway, so let's see how it works. Basically, what you have to do is you trace on a paper and then you iron onto the fabric. And I didn't use my own design. I want to do this little catch. This is a design from a book that's old, and it's from my country, and I want to use it to make something for my friends' kids. I'm going to embroider on fabric and then make the pillow, right? And that's what we're going to use to try this pen right now. And generally, what I use to trace, I have like a table, a light box that I got at an art supply store. And what I use this one for is, let's say you only have printing paper. You probably need this one so you can put the paper on top and then see through the, oh, it's not plugged in, but you could see the lines, right? I use tracing paper. I'll show you the tracing paper I use. But one thing is important. If you're working with something, in this case, it doesn't need to be mirrored or anything because it doesn't matter what size or position this is. If the pillow is like this, is also fine. But sometimes you're working with lettering or something that has to be in an exact position. So I always remember, when you trace something, it has to be mirrored, right? So in this case, if that was lettering, I would put it upside down, turn my light box on, and then trace the opposite side, so then when I print, is the right side, okay? Just so remember that, because sometimes, and I say that because I made that mistake many times, and it's not fun, all right? So recently I bought this tracing paper, also from an art supply store, but it's way more expensive. I think it's like, see, it's $10. But one that I use the most, that I finished many blocks, is from the dollar store. So if you have from the dollar store, it's fine, all right? I even like better the dollar store one because the consistency is more, it's lighter. I like it better, but this is the only one I have now. So let's go ahead and try. So basically you just place it there. I like to tape it just a tiny bit so it doesn't move around. And I'm using magic tape. I have magic tape just for pattern making, so then I'm gonna use this one, but masking tape is better because it glues less to the paper. And then I go ahead and trace, put my glasses on, and trace the drawing. And it's pretty much, you know, just tracing it. Oh, look, one thing I'm liking already about this pen is that it's fine tip, because the other pens I have are like too thick. And voila, look. So now I have the drawing here. Now it's transferred to my tracing paper. And I want to do on this gray fabric, right? So I have my ironing pad here. And let's see how this transfers. Then after that, I'm going to embroider on the fabric. Here I got the iron. Oh, it says on the package that the fabric should be preheated, which the other pens I use don't say that. You know, they don't recommend that, but this one. So let's follow their instructions, right? Place it there. And then I always peel it off a little to see if it's working. It's transferring. Oh, I'm really liking this because it's thin. Sometimes I do tiny flowers, you know, and it's hard to get the details. Look, there it is. It transferred. Very nice. So it works, the Sublime stitching. I'm not sponsored or anything. I really just found this today and I wanted to try. And I thought that would be helpful to you. Okay, I have other brands that I use. I use pens and pencils and other ways to transfer designs to fabric so you can embroider. And I do all on a sewing machine. I embroider everything on a sewing machine. So if you want to learn, just find the link below and join me in my course, the drawing with a sewing machine. All right? Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, give a like, and I'll see you in the next video.